You're watching CBS News Los Angeles, The Rundown.
Hi there, I'm Jasmine Veal, and here is a look at your top stories. A dispute between neighbors takes a violent turn in the Hollywood Hills. So this happened on a small street called Chelen Place between the Hollywood Bowl and Runyon Canyon. Our KCAL News reporter Jeff Nguyen is at the scene and spoke to detectives. They tell him there was some sort of ruckus out there on the street. People then tried to calm down a disruptive man. That man then, according to police, followed a neighbor into his home. Police say the man then shot that resident. No word on his condition. The suspected shooter is being questioned by police. We will have much more on this story ahead at 4 o'clock on KCAL News. Now, this afternoon, the House of Representatives passed a resolution that condemns anti-Semitism. The vote was 311 to 14. 92 Democrats voted. President voted. Now, while 13 voted against the resolution. One Republican also voted against this resolution. Critics of the resolution said that it was just too broad and could define any criticism of Israel as anti-Semitic. They specifically noted a statement in the bill that writes anti-Zionism is anti-Semitism. A long-awaited project is now underway in Orange County. More than 1 million cubic yards of sand are getting dumped at Huntington, Bolsa Chica, and Newport beaches. There have been growing concerns of threats of shrinking oceans in the county. Now, besides offering beachgoers some towel space, sand acts as that buffer to protect homes and roads from the ocean water. Work is expected to begin in San Clemente this month. All right, turning now to that weather forecast. Speaking of a beach day, many of us, ditching our jackets, our sweaters. We face unseasonably warm weather. This is a live look at the beautiful and clear day there at Catalina. So just how long will these conditions last? KCAL News meteorologist Olga Espina has our next weather forecast. Hi, Olga.
Hi, Jasmine. Yes, at warm temperatures. I mean, look at these numbers. We are up several degrees from what we were feeling yesterday. And of course, even on Monday, we started feeling that warm up, but things really kicking into high gear this afternoon. This is actually the warmest day of the week. As we take a look at numbers outside right now, we are in the 80s, low 80s in Simi Valley and Westlake Village, 83 degrees in Van Nuys, in the 70s for the Antelope Valley. So these are well above average temperatures, of course, for the month of December. Plenty of 80s through the LA area, 82 in downtown, 85 degrees in Long Beach, right as we're heading into winter. Enjoy these 80s because it's not going to last too much longer. Even the Newport Coast in the low 80s, as well as Irvine. And look at the Inland Empire, 81 in Norco, 83 in Ontario. Plenty of 80s out through Moreno Valley. As we head into Palm Springs, yes, another hot spot there as well in the low 80s. And as we take a look at temperatures, we are well above average, even beaches in the upper 70s, a few getting into the low 80s as well. As we head into tomorrow, we start feeling a bit of that cool down. Not too bad, though. Still above average numbers in the 70s for a lot of us. Mid 70s through downtown Los Angeles, still some upper 70s for Santa Clarita, as well as through the Inland Empire. Want to show you what is happening to our north because we're enjoying these very warm temperatures. Meanwhile, for the Pacific Northwest, parts of Northern California, as we head into tomorrow, seeing a lot of rain as well as snow. And then we start feeling the cool down as well as another system starts to impact us by Thursday, bringing us a little bit more of that onshore flow, that cloud cover, and temperatures start to drop, continuing into Friday before another round of Santa Ana starts to warm us up as we head into the weekend. So just in time to enjoy what you're heading to do on Saturday and Sunday and even Monday. Look at that. Temperatures climbing back into the upper 70s as we head into all the holidays. Valley still in the 80s on Wednesday, dropping into the 70s by Thursday and then mid 70s by the weekend. And look at the beaches. Tomorrow, still another good beach day in the low 70s and then more warming as we head towards the weekend. Back to you.
All right, Olga, thanks so much. It feels like summer, but it's not summer. 3 different illnesses are on the rise as winter approaches. We have COVID, RSV, and influenza. The increase in cases and hospitalizations have concerned some doctors and also for this potential tripledemic. Here to give us some insight on the situation, tips to keep ourselves healthy is Dr. Angelique Campen from UCLA and St. Joseph Medical Center. Thank you so much for joining us, Doctor.
You're very welcome. In fact, I'm in the ER right now.
I know, and I'm sure pretty busy because we are seeing increases in these infections. So first, how bad is the spike and how concerned are you?
Well, it's wintertime. We are definitely seeing a significant increase in the number of people that are sick. People coming in with influenza, with RSV, with COVID. There are lots, it's very virulent, meaning it spreads very easily. However, fortunately, we are not seeing as many people get significantly ill like in the old days of COVID. Young, healthy people with COVID, with RSV, with influenza are able to convalesce and get better at home with Tylenol, with fluids. The hard part, though, is that it is just so infectious that we're just seeing a big volume of people coming in.
Yeah. I mean, and we've all been hit here in the newsroom. I mean, it seems like every week someone's dropping out for a few days. So would you call this a tripledemic? Are we going to be seeing a tripledemic then every year?
Well, what they mean by tripledemic is all of these viruses are out there circulating. So you have a high chance if you're in the public, if you're not keeping your hands clean, if you're not protecting yourself, of getting one of them. It's not that we see people coming down with all three at once. That's very, very unusual. So it is the time to be very careful with your health. If you have any underlying health issues, this is the time to be careful, to consider wearing a mask, to definitely keep your hands clean. Don't touch your nose or your eyes. That's how you catch it. And stay away from sick people. And if you yourself are sick, stay home. Don't get anyone else sick.
It's not a bad idea to even wear a mask. We're all so used to doing that, right, Doc? Okay, so I checked out your social media, your Instagram page, and you posted something pretty alarming that you said that there's this weird illness you've been seeing in young, healthy patients. Can you elaborate on that?
So I am seeing something very unusual, and it's not RSV, it's not influenza, and it's not COVID. I don't know what it is yet. All cultures are coming back negative, but it's giving me that fear, that COVID fear from before. I've had more than a handful of healthy people with no underlying illnesses who come in with very rapid progression of pneumonia. And they have very atypical presentations of the pneumonia. They have upper lobe pneumonias. They get sick very quickly, end up being hospitalized, and some end up on the ventilator.
I mean, that's concerning. And so you're just trying to pinpoint what is this, because all the tests you said are negative for flu,
Yes.
for pneumonia too?
I'm concerned that this is something new. I just want people to be on the lookout that this isn't your normal body aches, congestion, dry cough, stay home and take Tylenol. This is something that causes significant shortness of breath, significant pains when you breathe, and makes you have difficulty breathing. Breathe quickly, you look like you're gasping for air. It's something very different.
Yeah, respiratory, that's a huge deal. All right, thank you for the heads up on that. And you mentioned a few of the tips already. Just again, let's elaborate more. How do we stay healthy? How do we keep our kids healthy and from getting really sick?
So if you are at risk, you want to take extra precautions. But if you just want to avoid being sick, when you're out in the public, or if you're in very densely populated areas like the grocery store, you'll want to be very careful with your hands, not touching your nose or your eyes. You'll want to sanitize your hands either with hand washing or an alcohol sanitizer. And you'll want to consider wearing a mask. It really does keep people from getting sick. Additionally, I think we're not seeing as many sick people from RSV because the vaccine is keeping people from catching it in babies and in the elderly.
Yeah, Dr. Angelique Campen, thank you so much. And you know, Right here, I have some hand sanitizer. So following your lead, I'm disinfecting my hands. Thank you for that. And thank you as all. Yeah. Back to business, back there in the ER. Thank you for the time.
Bye-bye.
All right. Again, this has been CBS News Los Angeles, The Rundown. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll be right back here live at 4 o'clock here on CBS News Los Angeles.